He called his paintings his children because he loved them so much. He was Edvard Munch, and he is a Norwegian artist and printmaker. Munch was working in an art studio that he rented in the spring of 1889 in Oslo. The capital of Norway is where Edvard Munch grew up. In 1863, Edvard moved to the city of Oslo with his parents and 4 siblings. 4 years later, his life went downhill because his mother and 17-year-old sister died of tuberculosis. His other sister spent 15 years of her life in an institution for her mental illness, and his brother died aged 30 because of pneumonia. Munch was a part of the Expressionism and Symbolism art movements in the 80s. Expressionism is where the artist paints from their subjective point of view and distorts reality to evoke emotion from the viewer. His paintings continuously feature the themes of illness and human psychology based on his life experiences. Edvard Munch was continuously battling with mental illness. He suffered from hallucinations and anxiety, which resulted in him creating many chilling artworks that captured his pain by using art distortion, where he distorts objects to fit his narrative. Edvard Munch's artworks are distorted from reality by the use of highly saturated colors and distorted figures that do not match reality. He uses different shapes and techniques to bring the distorted forms to life and add melancholic touch by using dark colors to each of his paintings. Munch's methods were bold and vital brushstrokes, dripping paint, scratching in the paint and canvas to add physical textures in his artworks that could evoke primal emotional responses in viewers. Evening on Karl Johan is one of the artworks that Munch painted to express how he felt towards the outside world. Edvard Munch painted Evening on Karl Johan in 1892 by using oil on canvas. The painting consists of zombie-like pale figures with few to no facial features and protruding eyes. The protrusive vacant eyes of the characters are staring down the viewer with no empathy or emotion. Munch used the cropping technique of the Japanese printmaker Edgar Degas to bring the character closer to the forefront of the painting, which creates an eerie atmosphere. The background adds even more mystery to the painting. The diagonal composition of the painting's backdrop scene creates a feeling of claustrophobia by positioning the house front on the left side of the picture and crowning the walk-in. The lamplights in the painting are illuminating the subjects of the painting with a red velvet surface, disguising the terror and anxiety. The black shadow of the person symbolizes that Munch wants to hide away from the noisy, bustling crowd. A massive dark tree is accompanying Munch on the right side of the painting, which illuminates his loneliness. Edvard Munch painted the Evening of Karl Johan with an intense portrayal of loneliness and anxiety. Another artwork that conveys Edvard Munch's inner conflict is Self-Portrait in Hell. Self-Portrait in Hell is, as the name suggests, a captivating self-portrait of Edvard Munch posing with no clothes on in the garden of his summer house in Asgard Strand. The painting was executed in summer of 1903. Edvard Munch positioned his vulnerable and naked self in the foreground of the painting.